Hi, my name is Tori Smith, and this video is going to be about my philosophical model analysis. And the main purpose of this analysis was to not only dissect my personal educational philosophy, but to also dissect and analyze that of John Dewey. My personal belief of education is that students should actively engage in their learning process, and that education should teach and train students to be well-rounded citizens of their particular country, of state, or whatever. My philosophy correlates with that of John Dewey's because as a pragmatic educator, progressive thinker, John Dewey stressed the idea of children learning by doing. That was the main purpose of his laboratory school at the University of Chicago. It was to allow these students to experiment and to do hands-on learning experiences, which was very different than that of his time, before his time, because during that time, the traditional learning method was teachers stating and teaching the material and the students just reciting it, memorizing. I do believe that some of the learning process is a little bit of the reciting process, but that should come after the hands-on part, because it will allow the students to dive deep into the problems, to the hands-on experience, then come back and connect the definitions, the actual written process to that physical process. John Dewey was criticized by most because of his experimentalism, his philosophy of education, because those such as William Bagley, they believe that his philosophy took away from the actual meaning of school. They believed that the main purpose of school was to get the arithmetic, the reading, the writing, and that by doing the hands-on and the active learning, that it distracted those from the main purpose of school. Another thing that I believe in with correlation to John Dewey is the purpose and the main thing about collaboration. He rejected the idea of rugged individualism. He wanted to revise that method, and he wanted to look at it as collaboration, the importance of students and teachers collaborating together. Even today, in today's world, we focus on partner share, turn and talk. Those methods are all things to help students build and to learn together, not only with their peers, but with their teachers. I think focusing on all of that within John Dewey's beliefs are what made him such an influential educator, influential philosopher, not only during his time, but even 100 years, almost 100 years after his time. John Dewey, he stressed the importance of active learning, collaboration, and that students should play an active part in the education process, and that it shouldn't just be teacher lectures throughout the entire time. Because as a fifth grade teacher, I see the focusing problems. As a student myself, when I was coming up through elementary school, through high school, through any part of the learning process, focus was a big problem for me. Focusing was a big problem for me. And it was very important that I was actually being a part of the learning process by doing some type of hands-on thing. So I think that is why my educational philosophy has developed as such, believing that students should be actively engaged. And that is why John Dewey stood out to me the most throughout this course. Thank you.